Hello and welcome to French for Nigerian students. In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 major reasons why I've decided to title this video Fake French in Nigeria. Okay, so I'll go straight into the video so that I don't take much of your time. Reason number 1 is lack of teaching resources. We don't have teaching resources. There's a guy on YouTube. Just type Rapid French. You are going to see his guy, Rapid French. I was doing my research on French in Nigeria and I stumbled on this guy. This is the only person, okay, talking a lot about French in Nigeria. So he has done a documentary on the University of Ibadan, the French department. And if you see the amount, the resources these people have for the French department, there is no doubt if you send your child to this school, you will not have a child who comes out speaking French, okay? If the child goes and studies, actually, the child will not leave Ibadan without speaking French. So these are the kind of resources we need. We need schools who have resources. This takes me straight to the next point, which is on serious school owners. Most of the school owners are not serious. That is why their schools do not have resources, French resources for the French department. Okay, now the reason I'm saying this from experience, I've actually taught in 5 different schools in Port Harcourt since 2019, and I know what is going on in this secondary school department. Okay, and these are the people who prepare the children for the university. Okay, so they don't have teaching resources. They don't have teaching resources. They expect the teachers to teach the children whatever they teach. Okay, they don't have teaching resources. So just go to Rapid French. Just go to Rapid French, and you are going to see to watch these videos about. I don't know this guy. I don't know anything about him. I just watched his videos and I liked it. That's why I'm talking about it here. You will see what he has actually done. And it's not all about the University of Ibadan. He has done documentaries on so many different schools who actually give the French the right way. Okay. So most of our school, owners, on serious school owners or schools, they focus so much on advertising the schools. They advertise that they teach French, so they lure parents to bringing their children to these schools. At the end of the day, the parents do not enjoy the benefits of paying huge amounts of money to send their children to these schools. The children come out, they can't speak. A child in Nigeria can learn French from basic 1 to SS3. I'm talking from experience. The child will not be able to communicate in French. The child will not be able to speak, to greet you in French. Okay, this is so disheartening. Immediately you greet the child, bonjour, bonsoir, comment ça va? It is ended. Any other discussion you bring up, the child cannot communicate, and this is not good. Okay, so the school owners focus so much on advertising their schools to lure parents to bring children to the schools. It takes us down to the third reason, which is actually what has made me to do this video. I'm so angry about this. No testing of teachers. Our schools don't test teachers before employing them. I'm talking from experience. Like I said earlier, I've taught in 5 different schools. None of these schools tested me. As a matter of fact, only one of them gave me a kind of oral test, a kind of interview, not even a test, to find out where I am from, how I have been living, the kind of like things I've been doing, and all of that. Okay, not actually giving me a French test. If you want to know whether a teacher can teach French and actually give the children the content, the knowledge they need to pass their exams, junior WAEC, senior WAEC, or help these children to be able to communicate in French, you must test these teachers. The first test I can say you give these teachers is a written test. Just you don't need to stress yourself. If the guy comes and says, I can teach French basic 1 to SS3, I've been doing this and that, don't stress. Just get the junior WAEC and senior WAEC exams and give this person. If this person scores anything less than 55 on 60 in any of the sections, the person cannot teach French. I'm telling you out of experience, because there are topics, all the topics which are taught, especially in the junior secondary, are basic things, like basic things in French. Okay, the base of the French language. So if this person cannot even have 60 on 60, 59, 58 on 60 in the junior sections exams, then the person is not ready to teach. Anything below 55, the person cannot teach French. The next thing I want to say, if you give this person an oral test, give the person a document to read, use an application. You can just go on Google Play Store, download an application that can transcribe, okay, audios into text. Just get it, put that audio, record what the person reads, put that audio, just get a 2-page document, give this person to read it out in French, and just transcribe it and see whether it corresponds. Okay, then you can know whether this person will teach the French or not. And this takes me now to the last point, which is disappointed learners. Okay, there are so many students who are eager to learn French in Nigeria. I'm talking from experience, okay? There are so many students in Nigeria who are so eager to learn the French language, and these students are not able to live from that level of even uh, being able to look at. They cannot read, they cannot do anything. Why? Because they are disappointed. They are disappointed because first of all, there are no resources for these students to learn. Secondly, or they are learning in unserious schools, okay? Schools where I taught in a school. Can you imagine? I taught in a school for over 7 months. These people did not check my lesson note for one day. This is this. I just abandoned that school and I left. Not because I did not know what I was doing, but I was so angry that these people are not serious. They are taking this, they are playing with these students' lives. And that is why so many children in the university who are studying French do not understand what they are doing because the secondary school did not prepare them. Why? Because the secondary schools were so interested in their money. They are not interested in whatever is going on. They are so interested in their money. They advertise, parents pump in the children, pay, and at the end of the day, the parents are disappointed. So what am I saying? I'm saying we should not get our children disappointed. Okay, we should not get them disappointed up to the point where that French which they wanted to learn, they are so disappointed that they end up disliking the French language. So disappointment. So I've talked on lack of teaching resources, on serious school owners, no testing of teachers, which is the most and the worst of all of these reasons why I've decided to title this video Fake French in Nigeria. Okay, and the last thing, disappointed learners. So at the end of the day, everything becomes fake. So for us to get out of this situation, we must test our teachers before employing them. We must bring in teaching resources in our schools. You know what I'm talking about. Children cannot be learning a language and the only thing they can see is a human being coming to stand in front of them and writing something on the board. Then they copy and go home. No, they must have video lessons, they must have audio lessons and practice sessions like that before you can tell me they are learning. The last thing I want to say is if we are able to get all of these things in place, our children will not be disappointed, because if a child can be able to learn French from basic 1 to basic 5 or 6, JSS 1 to JSS 3, and this child can be able to communicate and describe certain things, give persons directions in a city, then this child will not be disappointed. This child will know I am improving and I can go to the next level. So on this channel, I focus on teaching the French language, all the topics from JSS 1 to SS3. Okay, so that's what we are focused on. I'm not going to do so many videos on different topics like what I've done now, which is actually what got me so angry, and I decided to do it just to sensitize you, to ensure that our country goes well. And I'm going to also ensure that I complete the topics before I get into other discussions. I'm going to ensure that by the end of this year, we have treated at least JSS 1, JSS 2, and JSS 3 work completely, okay? So that you can, if your child is in JSS 1, JSS 2, or JSS 3, they don't even need to attend the French lessons in their school, okay? Because we are going to cover all the topics on this channel, and they can learn in school also. It can also be a resource for them. They can learn in school, whatever they learn, they come and verify on our channel, okay? And compare the two things and see whether they are on point. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. And until our next session, have a beautiful day. Au revoir. Bye bye.